Birthday Hawa, birthday Hawa Shai, birthday Hawa, birthday Hawa Shai, birthday Hawa, birthday Hawa Shai, call Halayim wa Hawa, Allahayna, Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim Kakadash. Bless you, Yahweh. Bless you in the name of the only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. In the name of the Spirit, Holy or the Holy Spirit. Call Halayim wa Hawa, Allahayna, Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim Kakadash. Giving all praises to our power, Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim Kakadash. Halawaya, wa Yahweh Shai. Praise Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai, which are uttered all in the Paleo Hebrew, the language that has been returned unto us Hebrew Israelites, that we can call upon our power with one consent. Yahweh being the true, almighty, and powerful name of the Heavenly Father, and his only begotten Son name is Yahweh Shai. Alright. Slakia, it's a bit earlier. But Yahweh is the true, almighty, and powerful name of the Heavenly Father, whom the world calls God. Yahweh Shai is his only begotten Son. Alright, that's the names for you Hebrew Israelites to call upon. Of course, by Hashem, meaning in the name, because our mediator between, our only mediator between the Most High and men is Yahweh Shai. And that's ye men of Israel. Alright, of course, you Israelite women. Alright, who hedge is, of course, your husband. Alright, if you have one. Alright, and if you don't have one, it's advised for you to do so. Alright, of course, man shall be a hiding place from the wind, and we see much of this destruction and calamity fast approaching the time of Jacob trouble. Alright, in which all of this wicked plots, Numa, will be used against the Israelites, and there will be, of course, a lot of snares and traps in which men will come in, but the elect, of course, have their advocate, Yahweh Shai, and they have a protection and a hiding place from all of this. So, of course, giving double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who peace and salutation to the elect, starting with the prophets of the 144,000 Manah number, which are choice men, chosen before the foundation of earth, pardon, to do this work. Alright, to have the testimony, to preach, put their lives on the line at the Mazabak, or the altar, in the midst of our enemies. Okay, it's our reasonable sacrifice. And shalom, of course, to the rest of the Israelites of the 1/3, who are men, women, and children who are not, of course, prophets, but are believers in the words of Yahweh Shem Shai, and they're Israelites only. Alright, so-called Negroes, our teams in the Americans are the Israelites, and of course, since our seed been scattered across the four winds, people looking like other nations where they've been scattered to. Alright, speckled bird Israelites, foreigners and such. Alright, being variegated. Alright, but the prophets are all men out of Israel. Alright, out of each of the 12 tribes of Israel. That is 12 tribes, 12,000 out of each tribe, 144,000 collectively. Alright, so I'm the brother of Mahpa, or Shemya Mahpa. My name's Mahpa. My yan is from Ha Godwalla or Cub, the great millstone or stone, Rakub, yeah, great stone or great millstone, Machana's camp, Bayar, in the city of Philadelphia. I'm Lamadi Ma'ait. I come with we lesson or little lesson. Alright, this lesson is going on the surveillance state. Just an article in which I saw. I just wanted to just highlight things. A lot of these things that we heard as younger youth, or even as middle age, or even adults, may have heard different terms such as big brother's watching. You're being watched. There's cameras. There's eyes on you. Okay, and well, these things are true, and that's of course through the blessings that the Lord gave unto Esau Edom, which is the wicked who have the control of the earth, pursuant to Job 9:24. For the earth has been given unto the wicked. He covered the faces of the judge thereof. If not, who is he? Roughly paraphrasing. Right, the wicked of Esau Edom. All right, and they use, of course, the blessing of the technology. All right, to do things and try to obtain things using left-hand side means to be as the Most High. All right, so what I'm going to do is, I have a couple different scriptures. I'm going to read the article as well. I'm going to just establish the lesson with a precept, though, a couple of different scriptures, and then go into it. One more so, you have to understand that Edom sees itself as a actual, as the Most High itself. We see, of course, they have done that. Okay, they came into power. They've done iconoclasm, destruction of images, and they attribute themselves to be the ones that should be reverenced above all and are of anything holy. And they, of course, place the Israelites, which are the true people of the Lord, okay, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, and their heritage, they cast that to be not taught and to not to be acknowledged or even respected. Okay, instead they you have different stocks of Edom, all right, such as you go into the small hats that actually take our heritage to themselves, even though it's gone and show you through historic evidence, evidence within the scriptures, of course, too, that they are of all right, Idumeans. So real quick, I'm gonna go to 2 Thessalonians, and just go into it and then go back. So it says here in 2 Thessalonians 2, it says, "Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach." Okay, the true names of the Lord, Son, okay, Yahushua, all right, is the Savior, all right, or he is Savior, all right, yeah, is He. Yahushua means to deliver or save, all right. You have Hamashiach, which is it says Christ, but in the Hebrew, Hamashiach is the anointed one, okay, which people say Christ and Christos and such, but those are just titles. The name is Yahushua, all right. The title is Hamashiach, anointed one, and by our gathering together unto Him. Okay, the gathering together is happening through the Word, okay, in which we have, and it's thankfully due to the Lord raising up men according to His own heart, that we can hear the doctrine and our pure minds be stirred up, okay, to remember this, because we once knew this. All right, this is real quick, the book of Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 12. It says, "I will also leave in the midst of thee afflicted and poor people, and they shall trust in the name of the Lord Yahweh." All right, so that's a great thing that the Lord left an actual remnant, all right, or remainder, as is the Sha'ar Yath. Let's see what we have here. Sha'ar Yath, okay, 1 and 2, the remnant, okay, of Israel. Sha'ar Yath Yashar Allah. All right, okay, and they are afflicted and poor people, okay, of course, low, okay, not proud, all right, suffering, okay. It's them that's going to trust in the name of Yahweh, okay, and His Son Yahushua, okay, and call upon those names, all right, especially in the midst of the trouble state in which we're in, okay. So we're gonna just keep going, and it says here that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter from us, as the day of Hamashiach is at hand. And that's very, very true. All right. The gathering together is by Hamashiach Yahushua. If not, you can be troubled by of course different things, different spirits and such, all right. If you don't trust in the message coming through the prophets, okay, who are in the stead to bring you, of course, comfort by giving you the comforter, the words, of course, from Yahweh Shem Shai, the spirit that's within this book. Okay. All right, the spirit of Yahweh Shai. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, and that being Esau, Edom." Okay, and we fell away from our heritage, from being scattered, discontinuing from our heritage. All right, learning amongst the rest of the nations the different customs of the heathen. All right, casting off the things we once knew. All right, and adopted, things and degenerated things that are not of our manners, not of our etiquette, not of our actual heritage. Okay, so remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholded, that he might be revealed in his time. Right. And right now, like, he's being revealed, for the mystery of iniquity, which also as a title of them, and also another title of them is the workers of iniquity. The mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let, which that's the Lord, until he be taken out of the way. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, the prophets of the mouth of the Lord, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And the Lord comes back with the chariots, even himself as well. Okay, Yahweh Shai coming back. All right, even him who's at the coming of the working of Satan, the energy of Satan, right, or energy in the Greek, with all power and signs and lying wonders. Okay, and part of that, signs and lying wonders is him using technology and such, to the point where, this man uses lordship, and people do respect him as a god. All right, you see how with this pandemic, this pestilence outbreak, how people are just straight up, seeking salvation from disease by the way of his remedy and such. Okay, but not even considering the Lord has the power of all, and can bring, of course, reprieve or healing. All right, of all different ailments and such, illness, etc. And of course, it requires faith. All right, as well as Palalium. All right, to pray and such. All right, you could believe what you want, like I say, but us believers, that's what we do believe. All right, we're not allowed to promote that here on this platform due to their censorship, but we do know, of course, the Israelites, that's what we do believe in. All right, the Hebrew Israelites, the ancient Israelites of old, are what you're here today. The seed of them are here back in the regeneration, etc. Okay, so just go to Ezekiel the 28th chapter, just to prove with this whole God complex. It's Ezekiel chapter 28, and it says here at verse 28 and 2, "Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus," speaking about Esau, Edom. All right, "Thus said the Lord God, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am God. I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas." All right, "Yet thou art man and not God, though thou set in thy heart as the heart of God." All right, in their mind. All right, that's how Esau, Edom thinks. All right, and especially with the destruction, as I say, of the images and such. All right, where he literally puts up and painted, the heathen painted themselves, to be as the Most High. All right, you can read that in the Maccabees. All right, but this is Revelation chapter 13. I love bringing out this precept. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 6, and it reads, "And he opened his mouth in blasphemy," which is going into slander, okay, against the Most High to blaspheme His name, which is Yahweh. They don't want you to call upon the name of Yahweh. All right, they don't want you to call upon the name of Yahweh Shai. All right, instead they give you false names, they give you titles. They give you everything that's not of the truth. Okay, in His tabernacle. All right, which of course we know is the Israelites. Okay, and them that dwell in heaven. All right, the angels and such. All right, yeah, and they done that due, destruction of images and such. All right, which is ridiculous. All right, because the truth is, the Lord Himself is a dark-skinned man. All right, the Lord's angels, they are dark-skinned as well. All right, have a visage of having afros and dark skin. All right, and they're very, 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 very dreadful looking, can be in appearance. Okay, but yeah, they don't promote that, okay, at all. Instead they give you a leprous image of Cesare Borgia, Serapis Christus, and etc. But I'm gonna just get to the point. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. All right, going to just show you how, the Lord really blessed them with, forms of knowledge. All right, which, like I said, the knowledge of wickedness is not knowledge, but they have got so much, through left hand side means. All right, them looking and seeking out all things and such like that. Lord put in the spirit for them to create things and do things. All right, according to His purpose. That literally, like, there's no secret they can hide from thee. Right, and Daniel's a prophet whom the Lord, of course, revealed different secrets to. All right, with thy wisdom. And there's a precept to talk about how the children of men are something like, roughly paraphrasing, wiser than the children of light, something like that. But you can look into it on your own. I'm not gonna go into it on your own, but right now, but I'm just staying on the point. It says, with thy wisdom, prudence, all right, and thine understanding, thou hast gotten the riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. Okay, and I'm going to show that too, because by the way of them using their technology, all right, they're able to also profit due to the use of this prudence. Okay, now just to show you real quick the blessing of the technology, I could get just Revelation, I think 13 and like around 14 if I'm not mistaken. It says Revelation 13 and 14, and deceive them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. The miracles are, of course, the technology, all right, which do their technology, they can do things that are beyond what would be what seem to be humanly possible, but due, of course, their ability, due to tech. Like if you have a man that was unable to walk, but then due to different advances in their technology, able to walk again, that's a form of a miracle. All right, a remarkable event. All right, unusual occurrence, transcending, going across the common course of nature. Okay, and that's what they're doing. Okay, due to technology and such, because and I'm gonna keep reading and I'm gonna just get to the point, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. All right, beast being NATO. All right, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image, the Roman system, to the beast, which had wounded by the sword and did live. All right, and the image, of course, is in the likeness of the ancient, the whole pagan Roman Empire and such. All right, 2,000 years ago, where You have, of course, their whole, democracy, the lies, the covetousness, the whole alphabet, different sexual genders, etc., genderless, whatever, beliefs, just to name some. Okay. And they wound by the sword and did live. Okay. So, now going back, they deceived them that dwell on earth by the ways of those miracles. Now, like I say, they have the ability to see where they're not at. Okay. That's, a God, which, the Lord is everywhere, but, E wants to be as the Lord. Okay. Being able to see and know all things in real time. Okay. Things before it happened, he wants to do. He wants to be a fortune teller. Okay. That's E for you. Esau being Edom. All right. The wicked who have the control of the earth. So you go into the term omnipotent. So there's a great show that has the technology. It's a Brazilian show. It's on Netflix. They gotta get the name of it, but it's similar to this. Omnipotent means in having unlimited power, able to do anything, and they want to also see everything. Okay, so they want to be as Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. All right, Yahweh being all powerful. Okay, so let me see if I can find this show. Yeah, it's omniscient. Okay, so I think they want to be that, but also omniscient, which I believe that's the correct term for what I'm talking about right now, of being able to see everything, monitor, knowing everything. That's it right there. So pardon me, but also they want to be all knowing as a God too. Okay, they see themselves as God. So in that particular show, they had it was like kind of like this drone bot thing would pop out, and it's been a while since I seen it. They say like crime shouldn't be committed because they got this thing, they got surveillance on everything. All right. A city in which citizens are monitored 24 hours, a tech employee must outsmart her surveillance drone in order to investigate a murder. And they had the small surveillance device, all right, to monitor everything. And like I said, that's not far-fetched from the truth and what E is doing now and what we'll do continually in this, what do you call that? A dystopia, all right, being which is an imaginary place. The thought or the actual imagination came from Esau, Edom, all right, due to inspiration of the spiritual demon Satan, all right, which the Most High put in his brain. Okay, our state in which the condition of life is extremely bad, all right, as from deprivation, oppression, or terror, all right, and you're seeing more and more of the tyrannical, harsh draconian laws that are being used, and they will use their technology to enforce it more. Okay, that advancement. So just going on to the actual article, it says you better watch out. The surveillance state has a naughty list, and you're on it. Okay, and this actual, when I hearing these different silly Saturnalia, the whole Christmas pagan holiday songs and such, you have it where you hear that song like he knows when he sees when you are sleeping, he knows when you're awake, he knows when you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake, Santa Claus is coming to town. And pretty much they try to put that if you be bad, you can get some lump of cola or something like that. Well, in this system, Esau, with his technology of his artificial intelligence surveillance, and you, of course, with the new social credit score system, which that's what we're moving into. Okay, it's getting gradually put into place, introduced to a lot of this Western society, because in China they already have it, their whole grid, and you're gonna be penalized or rewarded based on your behavior within society. All right, and that will be all tracked via their technology. So Santa got, or Esau has a new helper. All right, so it says no longer does the all-knowing, all-seeing jolly Saint Nick need to rely on antiquated elves, pardon me for the mispronunciation, on his shelves and other seasonal snitches in order to know when you're sleeping or awake and when you've been naughty or nice. All right, thanks to the government almost limits its power, made possible by domestic army of tyrants or technocrats. Okay, you can look into that term. Okay, fusion centers and peeping Tom. Santa can get a real, or Esau really can get a real-time report on who's been good or bad this year. This creepy new era of government corporate spying, in which you've been listened to, watched, tracked, followed, mapped, bought, sold, and targeted, make the NSA rudimentary phone and metadata servants appear the most antiquated in comparison, considering just a small sampling of tools used to track our movements, monitor our spending, and sniff out all the ways in which our thoughts, actions, the various choices we make. Okay, he'll use, based on your choices, he'll use predicting, all right, based on your patterns, to suggest things that you may want and like. Okay, and also he'll use that that his influence to get you to like different things that maybe you weren't even interested in, but based on how you looking into them, you might be just curious. He'll just play on that. Okay, but it says might land us into the government's naughty list. All right, tracking you based on your health status. You see that with this pestilence outbreak. You have, of course, the pestilence. Then you have, various countries, governments have placed forth the different digital health passports are gaining traction. All right, as a gatekeeper, as of sort. All right, of course, a gatekeeper, the term is attendant to the gate. All right, who controls who goes in and out. Well, the different health passports, different certificates, all right, have been used, whether you can enter into a restaurant, gym, store, shop. All right, you're gonna have it to a point where you even be able to go and visit and be around people. Okay, it says restricting access to travel, entertainment, etc. All right, based on one's actual Sharat status. All right, and that's ever evolving based on how much dosages you got into you. All right, at the time, because as he's brought up, which we told you already, these things wane over time. All right, it says whether or not one has a passport, or the V passport, individuals may still have to prove themselves healthy enough. So this is beyond even having that. Okay, because they're going to supervise all aspects of your life. Okay, to be part of society. For instance, in wake of the Supreme Court ruling that paved the way for police use to drug sniffing dogs, or search warrants on leashes. You can look all into this. This is a good article. I have to look all into this information. All right. It says government agencies are prepared to use virus detecting canine squads. Okay, so this is new. Actual dogs that are to be trained are trained to detect, right, or carry out mass screenings to detect individuals who have the particular pestilence. Research claim that their dogs, all right, these sniffing dogs for the pestilence, have a 95% success rate of identifying individuals that have it, all right, except when they're hungry, tired, or distracted. These dogs are also trained to ferret out individuals suffering from other health ailments such as cancer. So, then, all right, with this new advanced state, new technology, all right, you're going to get more straights, okay, because someone can still even have a status of having dosages but still have the actual pestilence. Okay, that's what a lot of people are not understanding, and then that can be used to do more consequential actions, all right, such as putting you in detainment, different places where are detention centers, etc., as in some countries are doing, Australia, all right, being one of them. Okay, but it says track you based on your face. This goes into biometrics, all right. That's facial recognition software aims to create a society in which individuals who steps out into the public are tracked, recorded as they go about their daily business, coupled with surveillance cameras, all right, CCTV, that blanket the country. Facial recognition technology allows the government and its corporate partners, okay, to identify and track someone's movement in real time, all right. One particularly controversial software program was created by the Clearview AI, has been used by the police, FBI, and Department of Homeland Security to collect photos on social media sites. So you put in different photos. Well, look, that's all going and being into a database used, in conjunction with social, or going into in conjunction with facial recognition. All right, and that's gonna better identify you, when they are looking for you. All right. It says for inclusion in a massive facial recognition database. Similarly, biometric or body measure software, which relies on one's unique identifiers, such as your fingerprints, iris scans. All right, voice. Your voice can be used, or your prints, anything on your body to measure, which is going to be authenticating that it's actually you, is becoming the standard for navigating security lines and bypassing, or really more so giving you a fast track, digital locks, and gaining access to phones, computers, and office buildings, etc. In fact, greater numbers of travelers are opting into programs that rely on biometrics in order to avoid long lines at airport security. Like you had pre-TSSA, I remember that. When I was traveling, before I was in the truth, I would see that. But you have to give certain information to them, all right, in order to bypass their general line for everybody, okay. But this is just something that they wanted. They were testing, piloting to do for what they want for the future, okay. Remember, Esau, he searches out all things. You do a diligent search, as in Psalm 64. You can read that. Scientists are developing lasers that can identify and surveil individuals based on their heartbeats, scent, and microbiome or biome. Yeah, so they're doing a lot, with their technology, and the Lord gave them, that ability. Again, just gonna get a quick precept real quick. This is just due to spirit, how the Lord had me name my page Great Millstone Daily Bread 411. You get information here, as you get information from the prophets on other pages, but there's different pages that specialize in different things. One of my pages more so specialize in information, all right, facts, which other brothers do, of course, starting with the prophets, apostles, and others, a Great Millstone. But these things of information, you should have, to make it effectual when you're teaching. If you're a prophet of Yahweh Shem Shai, you know, this helps, of course, in the persuasion. All right, having the facts that match what we speak. It's beautiful, but there's things we can see through the spirit too. But Great Millstone Daily Bread 411 is about daily getting information. All right, getting daily fed. All right, with this information, this knowledge. All right. I'm gonna get. I think it's in the book of Daniel. Might be Daniel's 12, if I'm not mistaken. Round 4. I gotta remember. Just going in the spirit. Yeah, this is Daniel 12:4. It says, "But thou, O Daniel, Adanya Allah, Most High is my judge," right? It says, that's his name in the Hebrew, and seal the book. It said, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. All right, and knowledge is increased via, right, the internet. All right, we can, as you see, and also the advancement in technology. Information is it's like transmitted super duper quick, and it's beautiful, But also, like I say, there's a right hand and a left hand of everything, Be thankful, of course, to the Lord, Yahweh Shai, for opening up the seals that we can understand in these times. Like you read, I believe, like Revelation. It might be Revelation the 5th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Lord, open up the seals, right? Read that, Revelation 5:5. And one of the elders said unto me, Weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and loose the 7 seals. And the understanding of the scriptures is open now to the prophets first. All right, it's open to the elect to understand, because remember the scriptures say none of the wicked shall understand. Okay, and we understand the things which we are seeing in prophecy, though we see through a glass darkly. But we know everything pertaining to salvation. We know exactly what we need to know, all right, to be delivered. Okay, so continuing on. All right, they're tracking you based on your behavior. All right, they got behavior. Rapid advances within behavior surveillance are not only making it possible for, and like I said, knowledge increasing. The Lord allowed E to go to the point where, like I say, make these advances. Just saying that again. Rapid advances in behavior surveillance are not only making it possible for individuals to be monitored and tracked based on their patterns. All right, which that's just biometrics again too. They seeing how you as it's gonna go into your gait, which let me read it. It says based on their patterns of movement or behavior, including gait recognition, the way ones walk, and like I say, this word, like I say, gait is it's more of I believe an archaic word. All right, gait. It's in the precepts tell you that a man's gait. And excessive laughter tell what he is, which is going to your way of life. You got the way one's walks, all right, which conversation behavior, all right. They watch our, this. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, wouldn't definitely be surprised. The writer of this watch our videos, all right, but yes, because they say. He literally broke down in the actual parentheses, because like I said, you could write an article and then just a person look up a word they don't know. Well, he literally felt he had to put in there that in parentheses right there, and that's what we do. To be more effectual in our teaching, because we rightly divide the word of truth. Not many people know what a lot of the words mean and stuff. They gotta, new speak. Many people don't know. Think due to the words changing over time, Esau changing it in meanings. People may not understand a word, and that's why we do that. But just wanted to make that point. So they have a actual a gate software, gate recognition. All right, but have given rise to whole industries that revolve around predicting one's behavior, and that's going into machine learning, and that's just off of artificial intelligence. All right, we're seeing based on your patterns, algorithms. All right, that will predict what you're gonna do next. All right, doing probability and such. But like I said, that can be, of course, flawed. All right, because that's Esau. And remember, we're Jacob. All right, we are supplanters. Okay, and they forgetting that the Lord, He controls all things. All right, so even when they try to use this stuff against us with spiritual power, they say you can have all that information, that technology can fail. All right. With spiritual power, do Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we can vanish. All right. Now you don't know where I'm at. Maybe a false identity come up. Go on. But, just speaking based on data and surveillance patterns and also shaping of behaviors of whole populations. One smart anti-riot surveillance system purports and predicts mass riots and unauthorized public events using AI to analyze social media, news sources, surveillance, video feeds, and public transportation data. Right, they'll send like probably a ping to them, and all right, we got to be aware of this. It's just like as when people would call a hotline, it's reporting something being suspicious. Well, they're doing it using, of course, AI, their technology, tracking you based on your consumer activities. I remember my mom told me about this long ago. With every smartphone we buy, every GPS we install, already pre-installed, I must note, every Twitter, Facebook, and Google account we open. With these cell phones, these smartphones, they force you to have a Google account. Every fraudulent buyer card, our frequent buyer card we purchase, or we use for purchases. Yeah, get this, because this will take off different from you being a member of our frequent buyer at our grocery store or shop. You can have discounts where member people who are not members don't receive. Well, that's being used to collect information on you. All right, to better help Esau and help them profit. This is a point where I was saying where how in Ezekiel the 28th chapter, but by thy prudence they have basically reaped up or got different riches and such. As I was reading in Ezekiel 28. All right, which real quick, let me just get it real quick. Ezekiel the 28th chapter. I'm just gonna reread it. I just wanted to make that point. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic, merchandise and such, thou hast increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. All right, and they use this tech, man, making it where they didn't tell you this at first. You just thought it was just to get discounts. Well, that barcode, you type in your name, your address, that was putting a profile or making a profile on your buying, spending habits, etc., which this is what it's going to say. But whether you at a grocery or yogurt shop, airline, or department store, every credit, debit card we use to pay for our transaction, even beyond that, we're helping corporate America build a dossier for its government counterparts on who we know, what we think, how we spend our money, or when we spend our money, how we spend our time. Okay? A dossier or dossier is a collection of documents. Okay? So they got documents on you, information, evidence, all right, on us. All right? Which that's all about E, man. The accuser of our brethren. All right? Revelation, I think it might be the Revelation, the 12th chapter, which it says here that I find that, Revelation 12:10, and I heard a loud voice in heaven, I heard a loud voice in heaven, heaven, now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our God and the power of his anointed one, or Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. All right, and they do witches and such like that. They accuse us. They have categorized us. Categoreo is the Greek word, which goes into, they accuse, make an accusation. Okay, they charge an offense. Okay, look what they're doing. Okay, and like I say, they know what we're all doing because they're taking a survey of it actively with technology. Okay, they know everything. All right. Oh, he this person's committing adultery. We got, based on his he bought this, he went to this hotel, he went to this place, he bought this for this person, this ain't for his wife, but he is doing that through his technology, being as eyes, all eyes on all things. All right, that's gonna be pretty much my last point. Him being a God, being able to know everything, he will have to see everything, but he's using his technology, because the Lord on the right hand side uses his angels to see everything. Okay, and give the report back to himself. All right. So it says here, again, consumer surveillance, by which your activities and data in the physical and online realms are tracked and shared with advertisers, has become big business. Okay, because then advertisers can use this information and profit off of knowing this is what you like. All right, I just drop in your inbox on your email that I'm having a sale on frankincense, because I know that you bought frankincense based on your profile with this other frankincense company. You can have even competitors gain new customers due to that information. Seeing you in this particular area, you like doing this martial art or this gym activity. Okay, well, or you bought this basketball or this dumbbell at Walmart in this area. Well, I know that you live here. All right, I'm opening a gym that's sold, of course, to you have a consumer advertiser, and now someone can suggest and try to persuade you to join, whatever service of, health club, workout, based on having knowledge of your activity. All right. And this is all through the possibility of technology, because you don't know these people. All right. But they exist behind the scenes. All right. Do ease technology. All right. So going on, it says that this is a $300 billion industry. All right. So this is big money that routinely harvests your data for profit. And corporations such as Target have been not only tracking and assessing behavior on their customers, particularly their purchasing patterns, for years, but the retailer has also funded, they gave aid to different, do money, major surveillance in cities across the country, and develop behavior surveillance as algos or patterns that can determine whether someone's manners might fit the profile of a thief. And they, study the gait or the walk of a thief. All right. So you thieves, don't think that you're not being, you're part of an active survey. Okay. And you see how many of these retail stores got so much cameras everywhere. You have it literally on self-checkouts, cameras showing your face, taking that. Walmart, everywhere. Okay? Even like when you go to these different houses and homes, they got cameras, ring bells, doorbells. All that's on the grid. You don't think Esau's using that information? Look at the game Watch Dogs. All right? That showed and exposed that, let me see, I'll put here. The game Watch Dogs 2. I think they might got another one. But I know I played Watch Dogs and Watch Dogs 2. And it showed you can hack in and how the government is basically doing Legion, I think, is the other one. But it shows how they pretty much the surveillance, Just look into that game Watch Dogs. All right. Ubisoft. The first one you play is that guy, Aiden Pierce. All right. But, yeah, definitely, look into it. All right. Everything's on a grid. All right. So that's it I'm going to do right there. I'm pretty much done with the lesson for the most part. It talks about how they track you based on your phone and online activities. Cell phones have become a de facto snitches, offering up steady digital streamline of location data, movements, travels. Police have used cell site simulators to carry out mass surveillance of protests without need of a warrant. Moreover, federal agents can now employ a number of hacking methods in order to gain access to your computer. All right, so they got this ability and see whatever you're seeing on your monitor. All right, that's like remote access. Malicious hacking software can also be used remotely to activate cameras and microphones, so they're listening to you. Especially also you got the smart TVs too. Offering other means a glimpse into your personal business of the target. Watchdogs show you that too, tracking you based on your social network. Hey, all the different people on your WhatsApp, Apple messaging services. It says not content to merely spy on individuals through their online activity. Government agencies are now using surveillance tech to track one's social network, the people you might be connected with, by phone, text message, email, and through social messages. And also how did you have it where I remember with me, in the past it would be like, when I used to be, of course, in the world, why was Facebook suggesting my coworkers to me, and I never looked up on there like my coworkers or anything like that. Well, due to them tracking you based on your your GPS, Bluetooth, whatever, they know who your coworkers are, and to suggest it. Oh, okay. Even your coworkers themselves, like I said, they can be used as literally agents, for easy. They're always around you. So be obviously aware. That's why we be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. All right, and keep and watch our mouth. All right. But going on, it says that in order to ferret out possible criminals, all right, They got this whole thing where it's like a guilt by association. And you can look into that. They track you based on your car, based on your mail, the postal service, and you can look all the rest into this on your own. I'm just gonna leave off with a couple different precepts. On the right hand side, the Lord does the tracking through his angels. All right, for the ways of men, this is Proverbs 5 and 21. For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he pondereth all his goings. Okay, right? And the eyes of the Lord are the Lord's angels. Okay. Let's see what I can get. And get a couple of these precepts. The eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and his ears are open to their cry. All right. You have here Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. First talking about Israel, but talking about America. All right. And I will destroy it from the face of the earth, saving I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Lord, because the Lord is going to have mercy on his remnant, the elect. This is 1 Peter 3 and 12. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayers. But the face of the Lord are against them that do evil. Okay. Let me see real quick. Might be in Hebrews. Okay. Ever behold the face of. Let me see if I can find this precept. Always good to go back in these scriptures. This is Matthew 18 and 10. Take heed that you despise not one of these little ones, talking about the elect. For I say unto you that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of the Father which is in heaven. All right, so they're looking as eyes, okay, for the Lord, and they would tell, of course, what, of course, you do to them. So these ministering spirits are the angels, okay, are the Lord's eyes on, of course, the Lord's on the right hand side. So he is using on the left hand side his technology to see and know all things. All right. Let me see. Scriptures tell you, and also in the Apocrypha, that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding the works of men. I gotta find that precept. I'll find it real quick. It's in Ecclesiasticus, I believe. The eyes of the Lord. 10. Yeah, this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 23 and 19. Such is the man that only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. The sun is very bright. All right. Beholding all the ways of men. Okay. The angels are doing this. Seeing and considering the most secret parts. Okay. But you have it like many people, they're afraid of men and rather than the Most High. Most High is higher than, of course, Esau, Edom, duh. Esau is counted as nothing. He's viler than the earth. All right. But Jake think that the Lord ain't seeing what he's doing, but he is. As it says, he knew all things. Let me see. I gotta get this in the. not in the archaic English. Just give me a moment. He knew things. He ain't even giving me. He knew all things. Where is it? Where is it at? Harden. I don't know why it's not working, but yeah, let me see. Lord willing, it works. I just forgot my spot. But he knew all things ever they were created. So also after they were perfected, he looked upon them all. All right. I can show you different precepts of the Lord. You know everything, period. But, you know, hey, he created everything through Yahweh Shai and the rest of the angels. So, of course. But E wants to do that on the left. All right. So, you know, we know, of course, E is doing this, but, you know, we're not to worry. Okay. No, E wants to make you fearful because he's watching. But this is Romans 8:33. Who shall lay anything to the charge, okay, of the powers of the Most High elect, the chosen? Starting with the prophets and the rest of the believers, or the remnant. It is the power that justifieth. That's right. So we ain't supposed to worry. Also, I'm gonna get Psalms 121. There's other precepts I can get, but you know, I done made the lesson so long, so I don't want to make it too long. There's so many. I was gonna go into Psalms 57, but we'll see how I end up making it happen. Maybe in another lesson, a future lesson. It says Psalms chapter 121:5. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. Okay, the Lord is thy keeper. All right, he's of course who's preserving us. All right, Yahweh Shemarka, Yahweh the Most High. Shamar goes into keep or preserve. Ka is thy or your. Yahweh Tazal Ka, Most High. Tazal goes into shadow. All right, or shade. Ka is your, right. Il is upon. Yad is right, or Yad is hand, and then you got Yun is right, and you got Ka is your. All right, so our keeper is, of course, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. All right, the Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and forevermore. All right, so understand that. I had Psalms 57. I had a lot of other scriptures too, but you know, lesson. This is Psalms chapter 57:1. It says, "Be merciful unto me, O God, be merciful unto me, for my soul trusted in thee. Yea, in thy shadow of thy wings will I make my refuge until these calamities be overpassed." All right, within, of course, the habitation of this truth, you know, we have a shady place of protection. All right, that's what that is, a place of protection. The refuge being in Yahweh Bashem Shai. So that's pretty much it in this knowledge. So, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem Shai, Bashem Kokodash, the blind star apostles, and other great millstone pieces, salutation to the elect. Just wanted to let you know the surveillance state. And the last closing statements, it says, you better watch out. You better you better not cry, because I'm telling you why. They say this Christmas, it's a surveillance state that's coming to town, or we're already there, and you're already on that naughty list. And that's what Esau is telling you, because he got all eyes on you. And, you know, all seeing eye, you can see that there. You know what I mean? That's them. So shalom to the elect.